Hey, what's up, guys? It's Seth Riley here from the White Hat Mastermind Show. And today I'm actually going to show you guys how to set up a social network using Buddypress, which is a WordPress plugin. And then I'm also going to show you how to set up forum software. And we're going to be using bbPress for that. Now, Buddypress and bbPress used to be combined back in the day. And, in the past year or two, they actually decided, the WordPress community decided to separate them. So Buddypress is going to serve as your social network, if you will, which gives you social profiles and a way to friend people right from your website, and also send private messages and things like that. And, you can use that separately from bbPress if you need to. And the reason why they did this, in my opinion, is to keep the software lightweight, and in a lot of cases you won't necessarily need both systems. For instance, if you wanted to set up like a support forum or something, you could just simply use bbPress for that with your standard WordPress installation, and you wouldn't necessarily need all the features that Buddypress has to offer with the social network and such. But what I'm going to do is basically just go over to the buddypress.org site and the bbPress site and just kind of show you some of the different features they have to offer, kind of give you my review of how these plugins are and how effective they are. And also, I'm going to give you a step-by-step tutorial after I do the review, and I'm going to walk you through setting up Buddypress and bbPress and integrating them with the X theme, okay? So throughout this series, we've started out with designing the X theme, and then getting into creating images with PicMonkey, and also optimizing those images. Now we're going to be getting into setting up the social network and community forums on your WordPress installation, and it's going to be fully integrated with the X theme, meaning that Buddypress and bbPress are going to be fully styled with CSS, which is going to make it very easy for you guys to implement on your own without using a developer. And the reason why I'm doing this series is because I want to show you guys how doable it is to kind of set a whole professionally designed website up that has a community-based forum and also a social network built right into it, without necessarily knowing all the technical know-how and coding to get you to where you want to be. So you can basically do this with zero to no knowledge of WordPress, as long as you go through this series and you watch my tutorial step by step. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to buddypress.org. And as you can see right here on the home page, it just gives you a short list of the different features that it has to offer. So we can basically create profiles, and these profiles are going to be automatically integrated with your WordPress registration process. So if you install Buddypress, you're no longer going to be using the native WordPress registration page. It's actually going to now have a Buddypress registration that is set up on your website on a different page, and it's going to also go with the design of your site if you have the CSS correctly, or if it's fully integrated with your theme that you choose. And then, there's some different settings within Buddypress. There's also groups, which makes it really nice. So if you were interested in setting up a community on your site and allowing members to create groups that they could be in and communicate amongst themselves using basically an activity stream, okay, for that individual group. You could also set up some plugins, membership plugins allow restrictions for Buddypress and bbPress as well. So if you wanted to set up a membership site in the future, you could actually integrate it with Buddypress and bbPress to give users of, or I should say members of your membership site, special access to different threads within the forums, and also special access to the different groups within Buddypress. So we have this group setting here, and you can add unlimited amount of groups with Buddypress. You can also set up active streams. So when you install Buddypress, it's going to have a global active stream. So anytime any of your members or anybody that has registered on your site comments on a post, does any kind of interaction on your site, it's going to be posted to the active stream, which is really nice. It's kind of set up like a Facebook wall. Obviously, it's not that advanced yet, but trust me, these guys have been working hard in developing Buddypress to work very well. and they're keeping it lightweight on purpose because they want to take things slow, and they don't want to run into a lot of conflicts by adding just a gazillion features, and the next thing you know, there's all these conflicts. The plugin conflicts with themes and so on and so forth. So they're keeping it lightweight on purpose, and they're slowly, gradually developing the Buddypress software to work very well with WordPress and to really just allow you to have a social network. Another wonderful thing is that Buddypress integrates with notifications on your site. So you know how on Facebook you have the globe and it has a notification. It pops up. It says 1 if you have a new message, or if someone comments, likes, or shares stuff on your site, you'll get a notification on Facebook. Well, that's the same way the notifications with Buddypress works. So if anybody sends you a private message or a group message or something like that, or even tags you, okay, Buddypress also has tags now. So if they do any one of those things, you'll actually be notified when you log back into your installation, your WordPress site. You'll have a notification in the admin bar, and it'll have a little a circle with a 1 next to it saying that you have 1 new notification. Another great thing about Buddypress is that it actually allows you to use the admin toolbar as a way to display user profile and their name. So it'll say, howdy, Seth Riley, or if you use, there are some plugins out there that actually allow you to alter the administrative toolbar on your site. So you can really make it interactive, and you can make it function great for members of your social network. And you can display their profiles, all their notification settings. If they get friend requests, they're going to be notified, and so on and so forth. So it's just a really great plugin to consider if you wanted to set up a social network. Like I said, it has friend requests, so people can send people a friend request, and they'll get notified right in their notification bar. Also, private messages. It's set up very nice. And the nice thing about this plugin is, out of the box, it's very plain. The CSS is very plain. So if it's integrated with a specific theme and you like the style that the Buddypress and bbPress is styled with that specific theme, then you're going to be really happy with it when you install it with a theme that's integrated with Buddypress or bbPress. And then there's also extensions with Buddypress and bbPress to take the functionality even further. So that's the beauty of WordPress, right? We use plugins to extend the functionality of the site. So there are a lot of developers and people that needed specific things for Buddypress or specific features for bbPress. So they've added extra plugins for that. Ultimately, I recommend that you keep your plugins to a minimum. I would say 10 to 20 at max, 20 at max for sure. You don't want to overbloat your site with a lot of plugins. And the one thing I always tell my clients and that I recommend is that when you're setting up a site for the first time, you really want to consider your theme, and you always want to buy a premium theme. Don't use free themes, because what's going to happen is, if you're really trying to build a business and brand, you're not going to be able to scale the site very well without adding a ton of plugins to accommodate for all the features that are lost if you were to get a premium theme. And so that's why I definitely recommend premium themes, and it's just going to take you a lot further in your business. Out of the box, a lot of premium themes, if you are doing your shopping right, you'll be able to get a theme that pretty much covers most of the functionality you need to set up a really killer site, okay? And then, you'll only need to add a few plugins here or there for marketing capabilities and stuff like that, or maybe a membership plugin if you wanted to set up restricted content or premium content on your site and charging people for that. So this is just a quick overview of Buddypress, and as you can see, Buddypress is very simple as of right now, and I'd imagine they're going to be really working on the functionality and intuitiveness of this plugin over time, and I just really look forward to seeing what all they have in store for Buddypress moving forward, because it's really starting to become a wonderful way to set up a social network on WordPress. And I personally think it's the best option because it is designed by the people that created WordPress, and so you're going to get really good quality code. It's not going to be really a bloated plugin, so you can look forward to that. So now we're going to go ahead and jump over to bbPress. Now bbPress is basically the forum software that will integrate well with Buddypress. So we're going to be using Buddypress for your profile systems, private messages and things like that, notifications. And then let's say if you wanted a support forum, or if you just wanted different threads on your site for people to comment on that is relevant to your niche, then you can just simply install bbPress. Now you can set up different threads on different pages with bbPress, which makes it very nice. I believe that's based off topics and categories. So bbPress is very simple. It's going to be a very simple software, and as you can see, we scroll down, this is what it looks like out of the box. Maybe slightly altered with the CSS here, but it is going to look very basic when you install it on a WordPress theme that is not integrated with bbPress. Okay, so that's why I always recommend when you're installing bbPress or Buddypress or a lot of different plugins out there, you want to look for themes, premium themes preferably, that are integrated with the plugins that you're really going to be considering for your business and brand. Okay, so bbPress has a very simple setup. You just install the plugin and activate it, and then you can it adds a forum section and a place for you to add new topics and within your admin dashboard, and also on the front end you can do that as well. It's a single installation, like I said. bbPress has very good documentation, and you can just come over to the bbPress.org site and check it out. It also works well with multi-site installations as well. So if you want to consider a multi-site installation, then you can also use bbPress and Buddypress as well. One thing about a multi-site installation is it's typically not necessary, but in certain situations where maybe you'd want to use your main domain for a blog and your brand, and you wanted to offer specific functionality, simpler functionality on your main site, you can do that. And then if you wanted to add maybe a premium website on a subdomain of your site, maybe like members.whitehatmastermind.com or whitehatmastermind/members, which would be a new directory in the multi-site installation, you could actually set that up, and then you could use a specific member-friendly theme for WordPress to set up a membership site on the same installation of WordPress. It's going to be in the same dashboard, but it's going to be on a sub-directory or subdomain of that site. So it'll allow you to have a lot of different functionality, and Buddypress works very well with multi-site installations, and it integrates well across the board with those subdomains and subdirectories. So now what I'm going to do is just take you over to Whitehat Hub, the site I've been using for this series, and we basically started out designing the site, and then we got into creating simple images for the site and optimizing these images. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to install Buddypress and bbPress, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to basically set up a community type forum, or I'm sorry, a social network on your site with community forums. So I'm going to jump over here to the dashboard, and I'm going to scroll down to plugins, and then we just want to click on add new. And right here, featured plugins within the WordPress directory, you're going to see Buddypress and bbPress right off the bat. Okay, so what you want to do is just scroll down and click install Buddypress and hit OK. And then you want to go over to bbPress and install bbPress and hit OK. So I'm going to scroll down to plugins now, and I'm just going to activate Buddypress first. I feel that would probably be appropriate. It's going to bring you to the dashboard or the welcome page of Buddypress, and it's just going to kind of help you understand, just give you basic starting points for the configurations and stuff. And then it also has credits of who actually developed this site as well. And you can read all this stuff down here. It's going to give you a rough overview of Buddypress. And then we're going to scroll back down to plugins again, and we're going to activate bbPress. Now, as you can see, since we've installed these two plugins, for one, bbPress adds forums right here, topics and replies. This is all part of bbPress. And then for activity and stuff on your site, Buddypress is going to show up here, okay? Now, if you scroll down to appearance, this is the X theme, so you're going to have to scroll down to appearance and go to customize. and we're going to click on Customize, okay? And what it's going to do, the nice thing about the X theme is it has the built-in, it's using the native WordPress visual editor, okay? Live editor, actually, to edit your X theme, okay? So right off the bat, you can see that since we installed bbPress, X displays this little icon here, which it's basically integrated, and it adds a menu for bbPress right out of the box. You don't even have to do anything, and it'll show you your favorites, your subscriptions, and your profile access. Now, what we're gonna do now is just scroll down to bbPress, make sure that it's fully integrated. And you can choose the global layout for bbPress. So if you wanted a sidebar on the right or left, you can choose to use the global content layout, or you can use a full width layout. We're just going to go ahead and set up a full width layout for this this example. Okay. Now you can choose whether you want to display topic and quick tags, and I'm just going to put that on. And as you can see down here, it says navbar menu. You can either choose to display it in the menu or not. Or otherwise, you can choose to display it yourself using the WordPress menu editor. So we're just going to go up to hit Save Changes. And now we're going to go down to Buddypress. And we're going to set this to full width as well globally for Buddypress. So there's no sidebar, no distractions. It's going to look basically like a network setup. And then we're going to scroll down to navbar and put it in the navbar. Now, as you can see, it added a little person here icon. So now we have a comment. If you click on this, it's going to take you to the forum search. Okay. If you click on this, it's going to take you to your profile. So we have Buddypress profile set up, and it's fully integrated. You can see how nice and style it is. As you can see right down here, notifications, it has this little icon here that shows 0. That means you have 0 notifications. If someone messages you or sends you a friend request, the notifications are going to be set up right here. And then there are some other options. Let's say you want to go to activity. By default, X has a title and a sub headline, okay? And you can customize these right here, okay? And there's plenty of different headlines and sub headlines to customize for all the Buddypress pages, which makes it very nice. So if you wanted to make it really unique, you can go ahead and edit those if you wanted. Now we're just going to go ahead and hit Save Changes, and I'm going to go back over to the site and refresh it now that we've made the updates. Now, as you can see, we have the comment bubble, and if we click on that, it's going to take us to the forum page. As you can see, we have no forums here. So let's go over to the profile page. Now we have activity, profiles, notifications, settings, and forums. If you basically, this is going to be if you commented within bbPress anywhere in any of the forums, you can click on this, and it's going to tell you all the different topics you started, all the replies created, and stuff, favorites, and also subscriptions. So this is very intuitive. It's set up very nice, and it just works really wonderful. But what we want to do now is go ahead and create some forums because it looks pretty empty, doesn't it? Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump back over to the dashboard, and I'm going to exit out of the live editor, and I'm going to scroll down to forums, and I'm going to select all forums, and I'm just going to simply select new forum, and we'll create the forum. All right, I named it this. I'm going to go get some dummy text. And then we have a few settings over here. You can choose to make it a forum or a category type. We'll keep it forums. You can choose to keep it open or closed. Obviously, we want it open because we want people to be able to comment. You can choose to have this visibility public, private, or hidden. It's completely up to you, obviously. Just keep it public because if you're going to use maybe a membership site or something like that with restricting the forum threads and stuff, then you're going to want to use a membership plugin that integrates. So you really won't have to mess with this stuff too much. You can also make it a parent of another forum, which is pretty cool. So if you had the main forum, you could actually make subforums for that individual topic, or thread, which makes it very nice. You can see how easy it is to set up. Now we just go down to publish, and now we're going to add a new forum again. And I'm going to hit publish there. I'm going to add a new one. Hit publish. And then I'm going to jump back over to the forums page and hit refresh. And as you can see, we have created 3 threads here. We have the questions and suggestions. We have the support forum, and we also have the White Hat Mastermind main forum. So, just look at this, guys. This took me a matter of minutes to install the network setup and also the forums. This is amazing. You don't need to go out and spend a ton of money on support forum software when you have free open source software like this that you can simply install with a premium theme that you bought for $60 off ThemeForest. So you guys definitely use this if you're considering setting up a network type style website. One thing I do want to mention about Buddypress and bbPress. Typically, you're not going to get a ton of interaction on them if you don't have that many visitors on your website, for one. So my suggestion is, when you're setting up your site, if you wanted to do something like this in the future, I would start out with a blog, and once you get your blog going and you get it popular, then go ahead and install Buddypress and the forum software to give people a way to set up really nice forum or profiles, and also have a cool way to interact with you and get support from your different products. That is my suggestion. I don't think you should be out wasting your time getting ahead of yourself in the game, especially when you're getting started online. I made the mistake of doing that when I started, and I'm telling you guys, the best way to get a business started online is doing the bare minimum at first. So set up a blog page, set up an About Me page, a contact page, and a home page, and that's it. Start doing a blog post once a week. Once after about 3 to 4 months, or 3 to 6 months, I should say, of getting ranked and driving traffic to your site, then consider setting up a forum solution like this, which would be awesome, okay? Now, another thing I want to note is that now that we installed Buddypress, it did take advantage of the toolbar up here. So when members log in, they will see the toolbar. Now, out of the box, WordPress, when you register on a WordPress website and you clicked on your profile up here, it would actually redirect you to the dashboard, even if you were a subscriber. And that would be to edit your profile, which made it very complicated, okay, and complicating for members, especially people that are not familiar with WordPress. So what Buddypress does is now, when you click on this, on your name, it's going to actually take you to the front end of your website, which is fully designed to match your site and fully integrated. And so it brings the profile setup to the front end, which makes it a lot simpler for people to edit their profiles and to just kind of understand and navigate around your site. So another thing you can do is, if you clicked on settings with Buddypress, you can change your password and add your new password here. You can click on email here. You can actually set up your email preferences here. And then your profile visibility basically just gives you the information. It's everyone can see your profile basically. If you clicked on activity, if anybody mentioned you, then it would show up here for your activity as well. You can click on notifications. If you have any notifications, they'll show up here. As you can see, this layout is very nice. It's very simple. It's very easy to use, and that's what people really like. Keep things simple, and you're really going to take your business a lot farther than if you were to make things very complex for people, okay? You can click on edit settings. You can also click on forums, and then So forums topics started. So if you started any forums in a thread, or I'm sorry, any topics in a thread, it would show up here, and then it would also give you access to people that commented back and forth on your specific your specific topics. So I'm going to go back over to bbPress, and there is a dedicated page with an X for a forum search. So this is going to search specifically the forum stuff, which is really nice. Also, favorites. If you favored any posts within a thread, they're going to show up here. And that's really awesome, and that's built right into the menu navigation. Also, subscriptions. A wonderful feature about this is that if you wanted to subscribe to a thread that you started and you wanted to get notifications via email, you can just subscribe to the thread, or you can subscribe to other members' threads to get notifications when a new comment or reply has been made on that specific topic, which makes it very nice, very interactive, and it's just going to take your business a lot further. So that's basically it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I basically showed you how to set up a social network and also community forums on your website. Now, one thing about installing Buddypress on your site is that you're going to get a lot of spam bots coming to your site once you make the installation complete, okay? Even if your site is not a high-ranking site, you're going to start probably getting 20 spam user registrations probably every day or every other day, okay? And actually, because my site's it's ranked right now, I was actually getting around 100 bot registrations, which is really bad. So there are some kinks and some flaws with Buddypress. It's not perfect, but I would say it's a very good start. It's a very good solution getting started. It's very lightweight, and the coding is done very well, okay? But what I'm going to do in the next tutorial is I'm going to actually walk you through securing your Buddypress installation, and actually your WordPress website in general. So we're going to work on keeping spam bots out, security, and I'm going to show you how to get bot registrations down to a minimum, okay? I mean, I'm talking, I installed this on my site, and in a matter of a few weeks, I seriously probably got maybe one bot registration every week. And that's how good the setup that I'm going to show you is for this specific website, and how well it works with all the other plugins that we talked about and we've added to this series so far. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and we'll be talking about security and keeping spam bots off your site.